In the dawn of Widow's Creek, Montana Territory, autumn 1883, a child emerged like a specter on the dusty road. Her small hands rose, as if to stop death itself. Jedediah Harker reined his horse sharply, dust swirling as the girl's desperate eyes met his. Barefoot, feet bloodied, dress torn, her voice shattered the morning's quiet with gunshot force. "Mister, please help my mama. She ain't opened her eyes since last night." Jedediah sat still in the saddle, the girl's plea heavy in the air. The blood-red sky of dawn framed the rooftops behind him. Few townsfolk stirred this early, which suited him. Solitude had been his companion for years. "Where is she?" His voice rasped, rough from disuse. The girl pointed to a broken wagon at the town's edge, its canvas sagging under a cottonwood. "She's real hurt, mister." Jedediah dismounted, boots kicking up dust. The girl, no more than 5, grabbed his sleeve, tugging him forward, her face tight with fear. Halfway to the wagon, whispers began. 2 women outside the mercantile paused their sweeping, heads bent. 3 men by the livery straightened, spitting tobacco juice. "Trouble follows that one like flies," one muttered, loud enough to carry. Jedediah ignored them, led by the child's grip to the wagon's splintered door. Inside, a young woman lay on a thin blanket, her face bruised, dark hair matted with blood at her temple. Her breathing was shallow, uneven. "This your mama?" he asked, crouching. The girl nodded, tears cutting clean tracks through her dusty face. "I'm Ruth. She's Tabitha. I tried to wake her, but she won't." He pressed fingers to Tabitha's neck, finding a faint pulse. Relief flickered, though her danger was clear. "What happened?" he asked, though the boot and fist marks told a story. Ruth whispered, "Men came last night. Said Mama caused trouble." Townsfolk gathered now, murmuring. A heavy-set man with a silver watch chain spat. "Settler trash got what was coming." Jedediah rose, turning slowly. "Best mind your business," he said, voice low, carrying a quiet threat. The crowd hesitated but didn't scatter. Decision made, he lifted Tabitha, cradling her against his chest. "She ain't your concern, Harker," the watch chain man called. Jedediah ignored him, mounting his horse with Tabitha, then pulling Ruth up behind. Her small arms circled his waist as they rode from town, whispers fading into the prairie's vast indifference. Ruth's voice, barely audible over hoofbeats, pleaded, "Don't let her go, mister. Please don't." His cabin appeared on the horizon, weathered boards, patched roof, no fence, just grass rippling silver green. He carried Tabitha inside, the single room smelling of wood smoke and coffee. Sparse but clean, a bed against one wall, a stove against another. Silence had been its only tenant. "She needs water," Ruth said, hovering as he laid Tabitha on the bed. He nodded, filling a basin, cleaning blood from her face with gentle hands, revealing a cut needing stitches and bruises that would linger. "She said she was tired," Ruth whispered. "Then she wouldn't wake up. I shook her and shook her." Jedediah rested a hand briefly on her shoulder, saying nothing. As day wore on, Ruth followed him, tending the garden, fixing a barn board, checking cattle. Her questions came in bursts. "You live all alone?" she asked as he chopped kindling. "Yep. Don't you get lonely?" He paused, axe raised. "Got used to it." By nightfall, he'd fed Tabitha broth and gave Ruth beans. She sat by her mother, hand on her arm, as if anchoring her. "Why are you helping us?" Ruth asked. "Men don't usually help." Jedediah stared into the fire. "Because no one else would." Moonlight spilled across the floorboards. At the window, he caught a rider's silhouette on the ridge, watching. His hand moved to the rifle by the door. Trouble had followed him home. Tabitha woke to unfamiliar rafters, coffee scent, and Ruth's laughter outside. Pain hit next, ribs, face, temple throbbing. Mama's awake. Ruth cried. A tall man filled the doorway, broad-shouldered, bearded, eyes like winter sky. He approached with care. How long? Tabitha rasped. 3 days, he said. Memory flooded back, men, fists, boots, Ruth's cries. She tried to sit, gasping. Careful, Jedediah said, hand hovering. Ribs are bruised, maybe broke. We need to go, she whispered, panic rising. Those men, ain't nobody coming here, he said, voice certain. Ruth climbed onto the bed. Mr. Jedediah's been taking care of us, Mama. He made soup and showed me how to feed the chickens. Tabitha studied him, this stranger who'd taken them in. Why? Before he could answer, hoofbeats sounded. Jedediah grabbed his rifle, face hardening. Stay inside. On the porch, he faced a well-dressed man with a silver watch chain. Harker, the man called, not dismounting. Didn't take you for a fool. State your business, Mercer, Jedediah replied, voice edged. That woman's trash. Taking her in makes you the same. She brought trouble to 3 towns. Men died over her. You've said your piece. Ride out. Mercer spat. She'll be gone soon as she can walk, leaving you with regret. Last warning, Jedediah said, voice cold. Mercer wheeled his horse. We won't forget this, Harker. Inside, Tabitha struggled to dress, Ruth's eyes fearful. We need to leave, Tabitha said. We'll bring trouble. You're not strong enough, Jedediah replied. I've never been strong enough, she whispered. He turned to the stove, pouring coffee. Those men, what did they want? What men always want, she said, chin lifting. I said no. My husband's been dead 2 years. I've kept Ruth fed, safe, but men don't like a woman who won't bend. He nodded, offering coffee. Their fingers brushed, and she studied his steady gaze, asking nothing of her. They'll come back, she said. They always do. Weeks passed. Tabitha's bruises faded, Ruth bloomed, following Jedediah like a shadow. Something grew, not family, but not strangers. One evening, on the porch, Ruth watched him whittle. Is it a dog? Horse. He handed her the finished toy. Her smile broke wide. I never had a toy that wasn't a stick. Tabitha, stirring stew, looked at Jedediah framed in the doorway, something unreadable in her eyes. It's beautiful, she said. What do we say, Ruth? Thank you, the girl said, clutching the horse. That night, under stars, Tabitha joined him on the porch. You've been kind. Kinder than anyone since my husband died. We can't stay, she added, voice wavering. Mercer, you saw him. We're risking your standing. Never cared what that town thought, he said. Why risk everything for us? He was silent, then, lost my wife and son to fever 15 years back. Been alone since. Next morning, in town, the mercantile fell silent as he entered. Men turned away, the shopkeeper's wife served him coldly. Outside, Mercer and 2 others blocked his path. Thought you'd tired of your charity case, Mercer said. Move aside, Jedediah replied, hand loose. That woman's got a history. Men who shelter her end up dead. That a threat? Neighborly concern. Jedediah pushed past. Back at the cabin, Tabitha stood with a bundle, Ruth crying. We've caused enough trouble, Tabitha said. Jedediah took the shawl, wrapping it around her shoulders, his silence speaking louder than words. That night, by the fire, Tabitha whispered, they'll come, Mercer and his men. Let them, Jedediah said. On the ridge, 3 riders appeared against dusk's red sky. Jedediah stood on the porch, rifle ready. Tabitha settled Ruth in the corner. 3, Jedediah said. Mercer and the Calloway brothers. Mercer called, "We've come for the woman. There's a reckoning due." "She's not yours," Jedediah replied. "She's under my protection." "Protection don't mean much from one man against three," the older Calloway spat. "Don't need numbers with high ground and better aim," Jedediah said, rifle raised. Mercer sneered. "You're staking everything for a woman who'll bring ruin." "Your mistake," Jedediah said, thinking I had anything left to lose. The younger Calloway reached for his holster. Jedediah's rifle shifted. "Think carefully, boy." Ruth's sobs carried. "You hear that?" Mercer said. "That child crying for what's coming." Tabitha stepped forward. "You've had your say, Mercer. Leave." "Found your voice," he mocked. "I never asked to be tamed," she said. "Only to be left in peace." "Last warning," Jedediah said. Mercer's bluster faltered. "This isn't finished," he said, riding off with the brothers. Dawn broke gently. Jedediah, who'd kept watch, stirred the stove's embers. Tabitha poured coffee, and they sat, Ruth asleep with her wooden horse. "Why risk everything?" Tabitha asked again. "Since you came," he said, "there's been more." Ruth's voice, "Your shadow, makes a man realize what he's missed." Tears fell. "No one's wanted me for more than shame," she whispered. He covered her hand. "I do." Ruth stirred, seeing their hands, Tabitha's tears. "We can stay forever, can't we?" Jedediah looked at Tabitha. She nodded, smiling through tears. "Forever," they said. The cabin, no longer empty, held the fragile beginnings of family. Trouble would come, but for now, there was coffee, warmth, and hands that held instead of struck. Jedediah watched Tabitha smooth Ruth's hair, their laughter thawing something long frozen in his chest, painful and necessary as spring.